What's up, everybody?
Hello.
It's been a little while. I feel like I say that every time we film now. Cats getting scratches, enjoying themselves. Don't mind that as we film this video. I have, let's do a recap. I've been gone from home for about 6 weeks. I was out on a winter KoRn tour. We were out with Breaking Benjamin and a band called Bones UK from the UK. It's in the name.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It would be weird if it was like Bones Australia from UK. No. And then after I got back, I just got back Monday, flying kitty. Got back Monday night, like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then the next day, Tuesday, the next day, Wednesday, we went
to Disney.
Multiple Disneys.
Yes. First we went to Animal Kingdom. We saw the new Pandora stuff, which was amazing, especially at night.
Yeah, I love physical props and that kind of thing, and the
natural
the land.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm not even a huge Avatar fan, but it was a fine movie, 3D great, whatever, but just the world was awesome. Keep going.
Yeah. And then day 2, we went to the Magic Kingdom, which I haven't been since I was like a little kid, so everything there was new to me.
We had been to Animal Kingdom multiple times in the last 10, 15 years, but saving at me like 6 years old since I've been to Magic Kingdom.
My mom was holding my hand. So how's that? Like,
so last year?
Yeah.
And then
she still holds my hand.
The
third day is Hollywood Studios. So we get to see all the Star Wars stuff. It was so awesome.
Not all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
What was the ride?
Rise of the Rebellion.
Yeah, that one still basically you have to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning to even have a chance.
Yeah.
And then Haunted Mansion was closed.
Yeah.
Like the number one thing I wanted, it was closed for repairs, but I've been on it. Some of the other rides I had never been on, so I just was like, I'm going to go on rides I hadn't been on. So anyways. So
it was a lot of fun.
I, of course, title of the video, picked up video game stuff on KoRn Tour. This suitcase right here is nothing but video games, and I honestly have not opened it since I have been home. It has stayed closed.
So hopefully everything is still intact.
Yes. I take that back. I did peek inside.
Okay.
Nothing has come out of the suitcase. So what we're going to do here is Katie is going to pull stuff out.
It's got the little straps on it.
See, look how full it is, guys. And she's going to present it, and I will try to remember where I got it, how much I paid, that kind of stuff. Actually, first, before we even go in the suitcase, grab that. This is probably one of the coolest things. A lot of the stuff's from my collection also.
I
said from? Not from my collection. A lot of stuff is for my collection. If you do follow me on Facebook, I had posted while I was out on tour, like when I would get a good amount of stuff, I'd throw up a photo. I think I did like 3 times, but this was one of the photos. This came from Nicholas. We hung out, went great game hunting, and he hooked me up with like a really pretty, nice condition with like the insides. I've seen some pictures where I guess this piece has been like ripped out or fell out or whatever. TurboGrafx 16 case for a really good price. And he didn't tell me not to say a price or anything, but for $60, it's just, you're not going to stumble across a TurboGrafx 16 case like that. So I was appreciative of the hookup price. So what do we got?
I'm just going to start digging in.
Yeah, that's fine. You show.
Digging in.
A sealed Mario Kart, which was actually free. It was a gift from a friend of mine. We have Biker Mice from Mars on PS2. This one is for myself. I picked it up. I want to say it was like $10, something like that.
The original Plants vs.
Yes.
People.
I just mentioned, I think now I have all of the Biker Mice games, I believe, came out like on 4 different systems in the U.S. Space Raiders, picked this up right at the beginning of the tour, like right at the start. I think the very first, the first show, there was a game store right around the corner in Allentown, PA. They had like 3 copies of it for like $8. What was that?
I don't know. Virtual Quest.
Okay. We were invaded by a cat for a second, and she knocked crap over. So to continue on, next game
is Virtual Quest.
On the PS Deuce, another game hunting out. This was actually out with Nicholas, the guy that I got the TurboGrafx case from. Again, I think it was like $8, $9, something like that. A lot of the stuff was for me, like I said, so some of it, it's not going to be $1 fine. Some of it is very good prices, but
help us stop this primetime invasion.
That's a good tagline.
Yeah. Ape Escape 3.
Ape Escape 3.
How many times is he going to get out before they realize?
There's a lot of apes that keep getting out. This was with my brother George, up in not Milwaukee, it's where he lives, up in Green Bay. No, that go here. Keep that out. That's a copy of Mario World. It doesn't mean anything until the other piece of it comes out of the bag. Same thing. That goes over there.
Okay. All right. We're gonna use whatever this is.
Yeah. I think those are some probably Game Boy.
Lots of bags. There's lots of bags inside and bags inside of bags.
Do not jump up where the camera is, please. We got Sonic Drift 2 on the Sega Game Gear. Pick up towards the end of the tour.
Sumo Fighter.
Whoa. Yeah, you can't. Cats are going a little bit nuts right now.
Yeah.
This was a really good one. It seems to be about $100 game these days. Sumo Fighter on the Game Boy picked up for $35. And what was weird, what state were we in? South Dakota? Or Montana? I don't know. We were somewhere towards the upper west of the country, and the game store said that they had just gotten it in a few weeks before. If they did, I would imagine they would have looked up the price and based it off that, unless they used like their old computer price that they had in there from a year or so ago, because in the last year apparently it went up in price quite a bit. Don't scratch that. What's that?
Mortal Kombat 2.
What? No.
Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2.
Correct.
I was right both times.
Yes, you 2 times the right.
Oh.
Always like, don't climb the bag. Oh my god.
It's a suitcase.
There are cats everywhere. Now the suitcase is open, there are cats everywhere.
They love suitcases.
And what does that one say?
Icinine?
No. Ice 9. Or Icinine, which you use to de-ice your driveways. It's a pretty rare Game Boy Advance game. Found that in Arkansas for $50. Again, another one, like not a crazy steal, obviously. It's a $50 Game Boy Advance game, but they were selling, like someone sold for $100, someone sold for $60, you know, so it's... She ain't gonna stop. And then Wings on the Game Boy Advance, same store in Arkansas. I got that for $20. Just some oddities. Keep going. Keep pulling.
Next bag.
It'll be a long video.
A Switch game, Child of Light Ultimate Edition, and Valiant Hearts. Great War.
That was New Hampshire, I want to say. And the only reason why I bought... Don't.
Can I?
No. Don't rip it. You'll rip the plastic. The only reason why I bought this at a Best Buy up there is because they had no tax in that state. So I saved like $3 or $4 by buying it up there.
Dark Stalkers Chronicle, the Chaos Tower.
Sealed!
Sealed.
No, that's trademarked, I think, by Pat the NES Punka. By saying it in that tone. Oh, it has a rip in it! Did you do that, Katie?
No.
I think Katie did that.
I like that.
Anyways, this was from Milwaukee, or gosh, not Milwaukee, the other Wisconsin place.
I just want to say Milwaukee.
Green Bay. It was from Green Bay.
Next bag.
Oh, careful.
Oh gosh.
Dump.
Oh gosh.
We got Arkansas stuff. There you go.
Incredible Hulk.
Sega Saturn. Very pretty, clean copy.
Gex. Colors.
Gex for the Sega Saturn. I didn't have that. I don't. I called her. I'm like, can you check the shelf? I don't think I have Gex in the Sega Saturn.
And I loved that movie.
And Dune, Spice Trade at its finest. These were all from the same store that Ice 9 and Wings came from also. I spent a good amount in that location. They had quite a few cool things I didn't have.
This one's in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, that's because it all came from the same dude, I believe.
Resurrection, Rise 2.
This was, I think it was $10. I want to say 10 or 12. I think he originally had a 15. This was in like a cool little thrift store that had a huge game and toy booth in it. And thank you for everyone that came out and met up and went game hunting with me. And I apologize, I'm not going to remember every single item with the name. There was a lot. Almost every day off, I went out with at least one, sometimes 2 different people. So a little confusing, but
there's games.
Yeah, I should have put notes with every single game.
Right.
These
are all sealed.
They are all sealed. This was going out game hunting with somebody, and they brought stuff in the car. And they said, if you're interested in buying any of it, you can, look at it. So I looked at it, and this is some of the stuff that I bought.
Tokyo Mirage.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Wii U. Super Smash for the Wii U, all brand new.
Sky Soldier.
Radea Sky Soldier.
That looks like fun.
Darkstalkers.
Yeah,
never mind. That's my mind is still on the torn Darkstalkers in plastic. Darksiders War Master Edition.
Which one?
Keep going. The other, because that came from the same.
The other Ziploc bag.
Same dude.
Okay. What?
Codename Steam. What's confusing about that?
There's just a lot going on there.
There's a lot, I know. Abraham Lincoln.
Mario Kart. 64.
Mario Kart, picked it up to sell or trade. I ended up getting some store credit by trading in some stuff that I got while I was out on tour, and got this for like $25.
Excalibur 2097.
These came from the same dude I got the sealed Wii U games from. It was a great price. It was like $40 for everything. He's like, literally, this is stuff I picked up for like $1 or $2 each, and I don't need, so $40 for all the Wii U, and then this
Zelda, Link to the Past.
Bunch of Super Nintendo games. Zelda in rough shape. I got to glue the label back down, and it has a little crack in it, but I can
Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter, Snooper. I don't think you've flashed. You haven't flashed or glared yet in this video. I'm proud of you. A very dirty Donkey Kong 64 I picked up for $15 with that Mario Kart.
Lagoon.
Super Nintendo. You gotta show them. You looking at it is just nothing for them.
Are there people riding, or are they? Is it just water? I can't tell.
That's just a big waves of water splashing.
No, like in between the two, like right
down
to the castle.
Yes.
I can't tell what they're on though.
I would imagine horses. Or ostriches.
They could be seahorses or some kind of fish thing. Gun horse.
I like the way you said that.
That's another one. You do
Well, if you ever, it's right on the top too. Raid and Trad.
Okay.
All right.
There's some loose ones. Should we go for those?
Yes, I used like some PS4 games as like a protector around this other stuff in the suitcase. So these were from pawn shops. Yep. I still haven't played the PS4 version of this, so now I have a copy.
One of the
I'll
best
play.
games ever.
Witcher Trace, the complete edition. These were all at most $7. Because I remember when I got these, I think this was also Arkansas. The pawn shops there were great in the area. Anywhere between like $5 and $10 was the base price at like 3 different pawn shops.
Ark.
Survival Evolved.
Dinosaurs Prototype Biohazard Bundle.
They're all still games at GameStop are around like $20. Some of them a little bit more.
And Conan Exiles,
which has been out for a couple of years now and has stayed up in price. So I have not played that game myself, so I can't tell you if it's worth the price that it's still at GameStop. Next we have some DS games. I love collecting DS stuff. What we got?
Space Invaders Extreme.
The Extreme was so quiet. That wasn't extreme at all.
You looked like you were going to say something, so I wasn't...
We can talk over each other a little bit. It's okay.
It's like, oh god, he's gonna say something.
I had the second one. I've never found the first one. It's not expensive by any means. I want to say it's like $10 or $15.
So there's a second Space Invaders?
Extreme. They went extreme twice!
What?
Double the extremities. That's not the same word at all. Double the extremities would be more arms and legs.
Lost in Blue.
Another one.
Made that bow.
He did. He made it out of a little stick. And she's very nervous in the background. Lost in Blue 2 and 3 I found like at garage sales in the past.
And somebody lost on an island and you have to survive?
Basically.
Or you have to make fire. And hunt.
So I found this, and then where I was, they had like 2 stores owned by the same people. And I went over to their other location. They had another copy at the other location too. So I have never found a complete one anywhere, and then I find 2 of them. And it was just $14 for that.
I like the logo on this. Godzilla Unleashed Double Smash. It looks like it's like smashed into the wall.
Mm-hmm. Double smash. DS. They always have to do that with Nintendo handheld or any system Nintendo puts out. The game has to have the name incorporated with it. That was at the same cool like thrift store place where I got the long box PS1 Resurrection, and from the same guy, and he gave me like $5 off of that too. Are you trying to hide your yawns? Count the yawns, everybody.
No.
$20, I believe, is what I paid for the complete Godzilla.
There's a cat.
All right, there's that baggie. Careful. No, it's not a super fried. There's a couple bags in here that are all like cardboard boxes.
This one's tied up.
Yep, cat in the bag.
Box.
Get out of there.
It's a bag or a box? It's a suitcase.
It's a suitcase. It's a bag and a box.
Technically.
I'm trying to remember the city I was at the end of the tour where I bought all this stuff. Where was I at the end of the tour?
Hot dogs.
Portland, but that's not. Oh, Reno, Nevada. Okay, now I'm figuring things out. I got quite a bit of stuff in Reno, Nevada. I don't think I've shown anything that came from Reno yet. Maybe those two DS, the Lost in Blue and the Space Invaders, and then some of these PS1 games. Here, take this stuff out real quick. Got the disc stack, and then I'll help you here. There we go. Because the rest are Dreamcast stuff. Okay. So I got just a few filler titles that I didn't have. There's a lot of Army Men games that have come out. PS1 and 64, but PS1 I was missing a few. I'm still missing one. I think I'm missing.
We saw some funny.
We saw funny Army Men
at the Toy Story place in Hollywood Studios.
Yes, playing Simon Says.
Yeah.
Or Sarge.
And the little kid looked so confused.
Sarge Says was what they're playing. The kid did not understand from the audience what was going on. Army Men Air Attack. We have Army Men Sarge's Heroes 2. I'm missing the first Sarge's Heroes on PS1 now. Kind of uncommon one, Skeleton Warriors. This also came in a long box version that I found one time at a garage sale, but the disc was like cracked in half, so I did not buy it. That was many years ago. So I got the small jewel case one. Glover. We have Point Blank 2. I had 1 and 3, filling in some holes. Bushido Blade Dose, another one that I've never had like a good, clean, complete copy. There's always been something wrong with the manual or case or something. And in case you're ever wondering, this stuff doesn't go into my collection. Like, I probably had this game twice, and I just never put it in the collection because it had some... You're just reading a book over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the game now. It had some issue with it. It's just kind of the way I've always done it. It's like, I'm not going to collect the beat-up versions. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that or sell or trade it, and then use that to get something that's in good condition for the collection. Just how I've done it. And then a pretty rare one, Pink Panther Pinkadelic Pursuit. A lot of P's there. Such a weird game to be like $100-ish range game. Got that whole stack came from the same store, like I was saying, in Reno, Nevada. Captain Games, not Captain Games. I remember
Captain
that
with a
CAP''N because it was so hard to tell like the hotel driver and stuff like that what it was called. He's like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like Captain Games, yes. And they were very nice. I'll tell this little story after I show these Dreamcast games. Here, pull that one piece. Oh, that's not the game. Did you already pull it out?
No, you pulled it out.
Where'd it go? Oh, it's in the bag still. Pull the other Dreamcast game. These came from Nicholas, the guy that I got the TurboGrafx case from. Sonic Adventure 2, Sword of the Berserk, Guts Rage. That's the one she was reading the back and.
It's like my favorite
anime
/ manga.
Not favorite game.
No.
No.
I mean.
It's not that great. It's an okay game, but.
But it's good.
It's good still. Gundam, Side Story 0079, Rise from the Ashes, Plasma Sword, Jet Grind Radio, Grandia 2. We got those are Dreamcast.
Soul Fighter.
Sealed.
Like Soul Calibur, like the original.
Sealed Soul Fighter. No, it's not Soul Calibur. Carrier and Resident Evil Code Veronica. Before we met up, I just mentioned I said, if you have anything to bring you want to sell or whatever, bring it. And I said that Dreamcast stuff I just never come across, so I could use Dreamcast stuff in the selling or trading aspect. So he brought me Dreamcast stuff and gave me a good deal. I'd say about $100-ish off of what it would go for, maybe a little bit more than that. Thank you again, Nicholas.
Girls in skirts with swords.
I love this cover. I've had this game. Again, another one, sun-faded copies, no manual copies, a very cheap game, devilish. Great cover art on that one, but now I have a non-sun-faded with manual, not gross copy. There was the story I was going to mention about the town in Reno. I met this couple at one of the stores who I was talking to the store owner, and they came in, and he introduced me to him, and she was the store manager of that location. So the owner introduced me to the store manager. She just wasn't working that day. And then they were nice, and they took me over to the other location that the guy owns, and I actually went to their house and went and picked up their truck from repair center. Like, we had a whole evening together. But they were awesome, and I hooked them up with some KoRn t-shirts the next day because they were so cool. But thank you guys again for driving me around. And for there's more. Some of the best stuff I got on the tour came from that second store, the Captain Games. This is Project Horned Owl. I just needed an upgrade. It just so happened that I had looked recently in my collection and saw that my disc had a big old top scratch on it, which was kind of a bummer. So this is just an upgrade, but I got it for a really good price. It was under $20. It was like 15, something like that. Kind of an oddball game, kind of goes all over the place in value-wise, but there you go, $15. Don't do it. I don't know if you guys can see her, but Contra so badly wants to jump up there and knock the camera down. So, this goes with that Mario World. It's the box, and manual is in there for the Mario World. I'm not going to pull it out. If you don't know, the Mario World box is super hard to find, and it's very expensive. The game, obviously, and the manual aren't really worth much at all. But I was in Green Bay. I got it right this time. Yawn number 3 or 4, I would say at least. No, she didn't take a nap today.
I didn't.
The box copy was in a mall in Green Bay for $40, and I kept thinking, I'm like, is the box fake? Do they not know? Like, there was a store that had tons of movies and games, and everything was pretty much spot on price wise. But for $40, I got a complete in box copy. Obviously, I folded it down for travel reasons. But depending on condition, I mean, it's something that can go anywhere between $150 and $250. So $40 was a great price. Oh, now you have a cat, so I guess I will help out here. Some more
She wants to be in the bag.
PS4 and Xbox One stuff that I got, like I said, for about $7. I said would be the average for most of the stuff. The Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection, Sims 4, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Then some of the cooler stuff, the more coolest. There you go.
There's nothing in it. You look like you were having a really hard time picking that up.
I was being fragile. I didn't want it to
very light.
I didn't want it to all spill out. Top one was from Reno, Nevada.
Harvest Moon.
The Friends of Mineral Town box and game. I have the game. I just wanted the box, and they had it priced at almost the price that the game sells or can sell for. It was like $25. I was very excited to get the box. I love that cover. Gizmo, you ain't doing shit there.
Yeah,
you're just going to get beat up. Yeah, but a complete copy of that. I would say out of any collecting thing right now that I'm focused on, it is Game Boy boxes, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, any of those boxes and manuals for either games I already have or ones I don't. I already have the game for that. This is just box and manual I got from 16-Bit Pete. Thank you for hanging out up in the cold white north there. This was free. He just gave it to me. So thank you, Pete. Donkey Kong Country 2.
Operation Vietnam.
It has stuff inside.
I was gonna say.
Operation Vietnam has a loose Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, which was $3 in Wauwatomin, there. That place. Towards the end of the tour. I can't.
Yeah, really.
I want to say it was Wyoming. Montana. It was Montana. I know that for sure now. Where Sumo Fighter came from. But Operation Vietnam was $5. Cat's freaking out, making noises.
Super Robot Tyson.
Keep going.
Original Generation.
Yay! There's that one.
That one's easy to read.
Yeah, that one, and then same thing.
Original Generation 2.
Number 2. Both really beautiful copies in the box, complete. Was what I was game hunting with Pete, 16-bit Pete. I picked these up, and this one was priced, the number one, about what it would go for. They ended up giving me $10 off because they had like this spend a certain amount of money, like $100, and you get $10 off. So I got this one for like $45, so a little bit cheaper than it would go for. But this, they only had it $5 more than this one at like $55, and much harder to find, much more rare. I don't know a price on it, $100 to $200, somewhere around there maybe, until one sells for less or more. But again, I didn't have boxes and manuals for those, so I was very happy to find that.
Is this sealed?
Yeah.
Sealed.
Yeah, but most
Dirty Larry.
Dirty
Renegade Cop.
Most Lynx games seem, I always find sealed. It's because no one played them or wants them. And sealed, most Lynx games are like $10 to $20 at most. So,
he's got his feet up on the chief's desk because he's going, and darn it, Larry!
Because he's Dirty Larry. He doesn't give a crap.
Renegade.
I used to have a next door neighbor that would definitely be called Dirty Larry when I was a kid. Green Bay, pick up with my brother when hanging out with him.
Bomberman.
Just needed the box and manual for that.
Pocket Bomberman.
That's how I have to buy a lot of these Game Boy games. Like, I don't need the game for them, but they're not, most stores aren't going to separate. It had a box protector though. The Bomber Pocket Man was $20. Another Mario Kart 64. Again, got it for like $25. They just go for more in my area than other areas.
Ooh, this one's pretty.
That goes.
Operation Thunderbolt.
Wait! That goes with stuff in this bag. So in this bag is something that goes with that cart.
I'm assuming it's the box.
No. So where the heck? There it is. So a very pretty box and manual and other inserts in there for. Now read it again.
Operation Thunderbolt.
So just a pretty rare Taito Super Nintendo game. Don't do it, Cat! She's behind the camera now. Don't do it.
Contract.
Come here. Look over here. Anyway, Reno, that second store, they had it for. I ended up getting like $100. They gave me a discount because I bought a lot of stuff from them.
It's a great cart.
The cart's in great condition. Another one where I own the game, but I know my copy of the game, which I just got back in the summertime on the Alice in Chains KoRn tour. I just found that.
It's a tour kind of game.
It is. It's the only time I've ever come across it. So I'll upgrade my cart, obviously, and this will stay with this box and manual.
Like that.
Like just like that. There you go on top of mine.
I saw this one too. Is that in there?
That is in there also. Let's find.
I thought it was unfaded, but I think that's just the design.
That's just how it is, yeah. Hybrid Heaven.
Half of his face is blue.
Complete
oh, wait,
box.
It's the same on the box.
Just need the box and manual again. But if the price is right and I know I can sell the game for a good chunk of the money back, basically, that's the case of that Hybrid Heaven. And then these are all just boxes, except this one has the manual with it. Definitely an upgrade. Probably the worst box I have in my entire Super Nintendo collection, which bugs the crap out of me every time I walk by, is Kakoma Night and Busyland. Has the manual in there also, but mine just faded and all worn out around all the edges. It looks like crap. I gotta get these rental store stickers off, but they should come off pretty easy. The box for Time Tracks. This stuff was in the back room of that second Captain Games location, and the people that took me over there They went in the back, pulled out this big. They're like, yeah, we have some Super Nintendo boxes back there. They came out with this huge cardboard box filled with probably a couple hundred Super Nintendo boxes. So I dug through them all, and these were the ones that I needed in there. Run Saber Atlas title. We got the last Ren and Stimpy box that I needed. I don't think I have the manual though for it yet. Six. Wake up!
Ah!
The Ren and Stimpy Show Time Warp. We have Separation Anxiety.
It's log.
It's big. It's better than wood. It's log. It's log.
It's better than bad.
It's good. Everybody wants a log. You're gonna need a log. Come on and get your log. Log. Something like that. Almost.
Something about running over your neighbor's dog.
Copyright. Separation Anxiety. And then Arrow the Acrobat Dose. Pretty uncommon box. That and that Run Saber were the two best boxes I probably got from that store. And all of the inserts that go with those. I had to go back and dig those out and actually find those in the store because the boxes weren't with the inserts. The last thing is basically just a couple stacks of some... No, not really plastic things. Okay. Another one. A couple stacks of games that were a gift. A big KoRn fan and someone I've talked to online a few times over the last year.
That's how you talk online.
Yeah, that's how I talk online. I do that. Hello, talking to the phone. I've never said her name to her in person. I actually had asked her about this. Online, it's Ricci. So in my head, I've always said Reese. That is what, when I'm like, oh, Reese sent me a message or whatever. But, like, it's someone I've just talked to online, so I've never been, like, in person.
Hey!
Yeah. I met her, obviously, finally one time, but I didn't go, hey, is it Reese or is it Ricky? You just spell it interestingly. So, Ricky, Reese.
Reese or Ricky.
Either way. And she said she had some Super Nintendo games that she didn't know where they were. She might dig them out. But these are just stuff that they hadn't touched. And she's like, here, you can have it. I'm not going to read through every single title here. It's a lot of PS3, Wii U, some 360, a single DS game. She gave me some of them were sealed, so that was cool. They were the PS3 games, I think, in this stack, like half of them.
One.
Yeah, there's some other ones. Sorry if I'm flashing you, but I'd be flashing. Yeah, I'm flashing you, not Katie this time. Alright, I think that is it. Thank you all for watching. And hey, I got a video put together and done. It was only December was the last one from now.
3 months?
Yeah, I'm home for a couple months now until I head back out on tour over in Europe and Russia. So keep an eye out for some more videos coming. But in the meantime, watch all my older stuff. And that Game Room tour, if you haven't seen it, so close to 50,000 views. You should go watch it, 7 more times. Love you all. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.